I know you're going to find this hard to believe looking at me right now, but growing up I wasn't that athletic. It's true, I know. Even growing up in a small town in East Tennessee, at the foothills of the Smoky Mountains, I didn't go outside much unless Mom said go outside and play. And then I usually took a book. Now, I did in junior high have a small moment of athletic notoriety when I did win the tetherball championship. But then my sister hit puberty and she took that away from me. In junior high, I also played on a co-ed softball team. I got outdoors for that. For the church league, I played right field. Halfway through, they say it wasn't my performance. They said they just needed to have more women and more girls on the field. So I was happy to give up the spot to my mother. Now in college, I actually dated a varsity cheerleader. So you think that would give me a lot of kudos on campus, but not really, because I think he was ashamed of our relationship. We were both 19. We were both very confused. John Mark Crawford. John Mark. Oh, dear. Yeah, we had actually met both chasing the same girl. But that's another story. The year before that, right after my freshman year, I did spend a whole summer at camp. Now, growing up, my family had sent me to this little Methodist camp on Buffalo Mountain. It was a week-long camp, sleepover, and each week was a different age group. I'd gone during elementary school, I'd gone during junior high, I'd kind of skipped during high school. But then I started becoming a volunteer for the summer, and after my freshman year in college, I qualified to become a CIT. Yeah, that was me, CIT. I got paid $60 a week. I was very excited about this. But what I discovered once I got to camp was I had grown up. I was really good at hiking. I could really do that creek walk. I was really good at capture the flag. I mean, I was competing against 8- and 9-year-olds, but my confidence was growing. And actually, I was starting to, for the first time in my life, to put on solid weight. So each week I would go back with gusto. I became the man on camp to beat. I became the guy who was first pick, even over the other male counselors. I was the outdoors game guy until junior high week. Damn it, some of those 15-year-olds were big. And they could run faster than I could, and they could capture the flag faster than I could, and they could climb the waterfall faster. And my confidence started to crumble, and they started to see the crack, and they started to tease me and laugh at me and make fun of me. Well, that was until we started going down the river. Thursday, it being junior high week, we took all the kids down the Nolichucky in inner tubes. Now, I got to be in a kayak because I was the CIT. And they were making fun of my helmet. And we were going down the river, and I was paddling as fast as I could, and still somehow they were passing me in their inner tubes. And they would snub at me and laugh as they went by, but I was just going on down the river. Then they started pedaling upstream, and they passed me going the opposite way. And they're laughing and giggling, and they've all congregated on this rock, about 4 junior high boys. And I could hear them back there giggling. I know they're making fun of me, so I turn that sucker around, and I start up the river, and I'm going nowhere. So I turn it around, and I'm going backwards. I'm going nowhere. So I'm going to flip it again, and I flip under, and I fall out of the kayak, and bam, I'm underwater, and then I come up, and I'm standing in water this deep, watching my kayak go down the river. I still have my oar, and I turn around, and I march up towards them, and they're laughing and giggling, and I get up there, and there's nothing left. Shh, shh, quiet. They say, don't, shh, don't, shh, and they point. And that's when I see right over there, the sandy spot right off the river, 2 sunbathers. 2 female sunbathers. 2 nude female sunbathers. These little boys, These 15, 14-year-old boys had never been in the presence of a live nude woman. Me too. Oh my God! We're all so excited! But I'm like, there's nothing to see over there. Come on, guys, get back in your inner tubes. And I hear, Kevin, is that you? They've sat up and they've covered themselves. John, Kevin, Boggs, is that you out there in the river? They know me. I turn and I look, and it's Billie Jean Hyder and her best friend, Karen Ann Swallows, that my fraternity brothers affectionately refer to as BJ and Swallows. John, Kevin, Boggs, is that you out there? I thought it was. What are you doing? I'm a CIT. Yeah, I had thought about what I would do the first time I was in front of a butt-ass naked sorority girl, but saying I'm a CIT was not one of the things. And she said, oh my God, that's so sweet. Hey, have you put on weight? Are you working out? I'm like, well, we're just doing camp stuff. Oh my God, you're kind of outdoors. Did you hear that? Karen Ann Swallows, the slut of the cheerleading squad, said I was outdoorsy. Well, you know, we just went down the river, came back up the river. Oh my God. Hey, are you going to that mixer at the Pi Kappa Phi house the first week of school? Yeah, I'll see you there. All the kids wanted to ride in the inner tube with me. When we got back to the camp, I was big man on camp. I was boss man. They wanted to retell the story over and over. I had to calm them down. It was a Methodist camp after all. And if my life was made into a movie, this is where the 1980s cheesy montage would start, showing me running up the mountain. Because I was determined that I was going to get in the best shape possible. It would show me hiking the waterfall, lifting that log across the pathway. And it would all have the soundtrack like Survivor, Eye of the Tiger, or something like that. And would end with me slow motion running across the field, capturing the flag. And at the end of the summer, I had tanned, toned. My hair was bleached by the sun, and I was going back to that party. I went home, took a shower, put on my favorite black t-shirt with the zippers. My parachute pants. And I headed off to that fraternity mixer. And I saw her sitting there, Karen Ann. I walked up and said, hey. And she said, hi. I said, what's going on? She goes, I'm so drunk. I said, I can walk you home. She said, no, that's okay. I'm here with this new guy. New guy? Yeah, he just transferred here from Miami. Oh, you should really meet him. Hey, come here. John Mark? Meet Kevin. John Kevin Boggs, nice to meet you.